You've got the 85 of Singapong who's gone down as well, unfortunately.
Singapong there. Mike Yu is his commonly used.
Really battling for it, so you've actually got the top 14
Oh my
in that
goodness,
chase
over the last couple of laps. And there is the group behind it. It's another.
And Hakim Danish that time around, and the chasing.
Doing anything silly at this point in the race. Just hang in there. You've got
A bit of blood in the water, can Brian. You can't give him an inch because he will certainly take a...
Need the slipstream here. Vader's tried to run away with it and couldn't do it again, but really just shows how hard. I'm
I'm going to have a look at what he was up to last weekend.
It took the lead, and you can't be giving things away to Brian Nuriata.
Pugliase's made that step up to be a consistent podium contender.
Yeah. Run wide.
He breaks so much later than Brian that time around. Very sensible, Peter. It's like a very high-speed game of chess. They're in it for the long...
Unless I slip through it, here we're going to see the replay. Hakim Danic has... And 8 laps to go. You know, we're not halfway...
Motorbike racing.
And it's changed at the front.
Right.
And now forward Brian Uriarte and the lead and finish. And some of them are going to end up with no points at all. It's that big a line. Down the corkscrew again. You're looking
Back up towards the podium fight again. No, it's the American instead. Far from him, as well as Mitani in 8th as well. Agostinelli, the Vietnam, Pugliese and Carter Thompson. He's going to be looking up the inside very short. Fairly far down, but I can't find him on the grid. As Christian Daniel, and he could well be leading the charge, just ahead of them, in 12th position. Team is Christian Daniel Jr. So there you go. What a lap. The back is now picking up a point. You got the Frenchies, Plump and Da Costa there.
A second advantage, almost half a second advantage.
Now then, Peter, that time around.
To be there, I think, at the end of this one.
No, absolutely not. Let's have it.
There, they're running, they're touching the green, some of them. This is the leading is out of it. He's
inside the top 10.
It's Carter Thompson who hangs on to that third place.
Singapong up there ahead of Marco Morelli then, so this Pugliese.
They are, aren't they, Matt? Yes, they're
ahead of Morelli then that time around. It's 7th place finish in race 2 for him, so 4.5 really at this point, so things are going to get started to get Gonzalez in the Moto3 Junior World Championship last time out.
Oh well, that sorts out who doesn't miss out on the points, unfortunately, doesn't it? It's a sad to whose name. That's a lot easier than saying Katsiak Singapong.
Micing group. Well, that is another, and then also
slipstreaming battle, and of course it's the 85 of Katsiak Pack.
Oh my goodness, they are well and true.
7 laps to go and a couple of corners, and then sort it out.
And he really has. 0.4 of a second is the gap between Brian Uriarte.
And they know that you need the slipstream, so there really is no point. Hakim Danic is pushing.
It's like a shark, he can smell it.
And and the point is, I think all 5 of them know that you need a like that. Of course, Hakim Danic had the pace. He caught him once. He can.
Gonzalez clearly knows his place very, very well, didn't he?
That's right, and he did. He ran wide there. I think the first lap when he took the advantage.
Right now, this is your group. Doesn't look like any of them are going to really drop off.
The advantage. This is where he went wide earlier on, and he's done it again. He's through this yet. There's still plenty to action remaining.
They're being very.
Yes. Back in front. We didn't see Hakim Danic make a mistake, unless I Vader Patama on the 54 group.
Yeah, absolutely cruel as it gets.
Looking back at what a great picture that is. Looking back at Hakim Danic, absolutely incredible, isn't it? To consider that these guys now battling for the last podium.
Knees rider there up into 9th place as well as the number 9. I thought it was going to be Beñat Fernandez leading this chase. Yes, 23rd, there we go, all the way down. So that's a very, very decent rider to really spice up the battle for the podium. Is there, he's reached them, he's reached Putin where Singapong qualified. That was a 144.4, metaphorically speaking, obviously. 13th and 14th, Singapong down in... Now there is one rider running the same pace as our leading duo. His name...
Brian Uriarte is back in front. We didn't see Hakim Danic.
Than Gonzalez and Danish were last time around.
No points at all. It's that big a group.
Yeah, absolutely.
A championship card near here and just cruise into 2nd place. He's got to get
American instead.
Absolutely incredible, isn't it, to consider that these guys in this race, but he also knows that the man in front of him, Vader Patama, is the man.
The inside very shortly. I thought it was going to be Beñat Fernandez on them, and then gone, oh, we can go much faster here. then.
Well, that's right. Now,
Well, be leading the charge to really spice up the battle for the podium is there for a second quicker than the chasers. Fascinated to see what they're going to be. There you go. What a lap that was, a 1:44.4. Want to mention, we're seeing then, so Gonzalez third. Now then, Peter, that time around there is one rider running the same pace as up at the top end. There is Zen. Oh, what a shame that.
this is the leading duo. It is, of course, Hakim Danish.
Oh, Zen Mitani's gone down, Peter.
Well, there's a second airbag who hangs on to that third place, but how much longer? Because the other guys are going to be too upset by that. He will, you know, hopefully learn from
Really then that time around, and Guillaume Plonk on the move as well. Gosh, that was so comfortable for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was beautiful.
Back in the sixth, and it does look like they are catching
It's too easy to make a mistake there. So
Vader up into the lead during this race so far. He's just quietly been going about his business after his first podium.
For the number 95, Marco Morelli.
There we go. Just slotted into fifth there, Peter, is Christian Daniel Jr.
Ride on the Moto in Moto 3, and that was great to see.
What could be many is a first podium.
And that's it. And
The Swiss rider in 12th position, just behind Leo. Too soon. There's going to be a real storm coming, not in the kind of progression we were hoping to see from them so far, but look at...
suddenly out of the points instead of battling for the podium.
Exactly, I was thinking...
In 15th place, having done his long lap penalty. Brown pace, he caught him once, he can do it again, but really just shows how
It must be so difficult to see. That's why they've got the lights on the rear of the bikes to help
Slav when he took the advantage, took the lead, and you can't be giving a superb battle out front. And it's, you know, great to see David Gonzalez doing so earlier on, and he's done it again. He's run wide.
He breaks so much distance. Who's going to get faster? Break a little later, throttle on a little bit earlier.
Make a mistake unless I slip through it. Here we're going to see the
So we're now all even Stevens pretty well. Who's going to rule as it gets in motorbike racing?
right, and it's changed that though after Vader.
Uriarte was 0.4 of a second slow.
He's now battling for the last podium finish, and some of them are going to end up with none who's challenging him for the cup, and there are only 4 races remaining, so he cannot play.
Leading this chasing pack up towards the podium fight again. No, it's the...
Now, you know, obviously Brian Uriarte knows he doesn't have to win.
He's reached them. He's reached Pugliese and Carter Thompson. He's going to be looking at this time around because I'm sure the other riders would have seen how much they pulled on, metaphorically speaking, obviously, as Christian Daniel, and he could finish fourth with Christian Daniel just there. Last time around, the leaders were our leading duo. His name is Christian Daniel Jr. So that is, but what a great showing that was from him so far. Peter,
with just a half a second advantage, almost half a second advantage.
Yeah, unfortunately that is him down and out. What a shame. Turn 3.
Going to pick up the slipstream there. They're running, they're touching the green, some of them from that, and he's going to follow Vader.
Inside, still battling inside the top 10.
It's Carter Thompson.
Absolutely brilliant.
Yeah. And, you know, Brian Uriarte, I don't think he's...
Thompson and Pugliese.
They are, aren't they, Matt? Yes, they're...
Ahead of Mo. Round the outside, breaking into turn 4. Doesn't go too wide. Back in Jerez. Now, at turns 8 and 9, he goes just threading it through so carefully.
Had to be, really.
Or 6th, I should say. Battling with Beñat Fernandez. Not mentioning much.
Him have his Grand Prix start. But here is the long lap panel. That is still the 50 of Carter Thompson in 3rd place.
Ramersdorfer, the local rider.
And of course, Lennox